everyone, this is Roslik the Weatherman, and I am here to give you the Halloween forecast for our entire country. Relatively, most of the country is going to be dry, with the only exceptions of around the Great Lakes region and going into Florida. First of all, I'd like to just start off with where it's going to be cool, but it is going to be dry, and that's where we're going to find that in the Northeast and in the Pacific Northwest. These places we are going to have temperatures only into the 40s and 50s during the day on Halloween, but we are going to have dry conditions. Going into the overnight hours for trick-or-treating, it is going to cool off into the 20s and 30s for these places. Going into the rest of the West, besides the Pacific Northwest, into the Rockies and the Southwest, we are going to have dry conditions, and it is going to be relatively mild. We are going to have temperatures in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, especially down into the Phoenix area during the day under sunny conditions. And then for the overnight hours, we are going to have temperatures cool off into the 40s, 50s, and possibly a couple 60s. So trick-or-treating for the Southwest looks to be pretty good this year. Going into the central part of the country, the northern to southern plains, it is going to be relatively dry again, and it is going to be mild. The Dakotas down into about Kansas are going to have temperatures in the 50s and 60s. And then going down into Texas, we are going to have 70s and a couple pockets of 80s showing up for the day. And then going into the evening and overnight hours, we are going to have those temperatures cool off into the 30s, 40s in the northern plains, and then 40s, 50s into the southern plains. Moving a little further east into the south central part of the U.S., anywhere from pretty much Mississippi over into the Carolinas, we are going to have dry conditions, and it is going to be mild. Temperatures are going to be into the 60s during most of the day, and then cool off into the 40s for the overnight hours. Again, the Sunshine State of Florida, during the day, most of Florida is going to be rainy with showers and a couple of thunderstorms. We are going to have temperatures in the 70s. And then for the overnight hours, we are going to see those temperatures drop into the 50s in Florida. And going into the mid-Atlantic and Northeast, we are going to have cool conditions. 60s are possible in the Virginias and Carolinas, and then the 40s and 50s in the rest of the Northeast, with pretty much the snow cover that you have seen since this last storm has dumped quite a lot of snow on the area for October. So it is going to be keeping things rather cool in the Northeast. And then going into the Great Lakes region in the Ohio River Valley, those places are going to see a couple showers during the day on Halloween, but I think they are going to move out for the evening, so trick-or-treating is going to be, I think, fine for those places. Temperatures during the day, 40s and 50s, and then going into the evening, we are going to see those dropping into the 30s and 40s. So relatively looks to be like a nice, mild and dry Halloween for most of the country, with just those two exceptions in the Pacific Northwest, Northeast for coolness, and Florida and around the Great Lakes region for precipitation. Other than that, I hope you all enjoy Halloween, and I will be back to give you a couple videos during the month of November, including your travel forecast for Thanksgiving, and I'll give that to you in a couple weeks.